this time from the opposing mound. His new team, the Indians, had hoped to match him up against his brother Joe as New York dropped in, but this was even better. The 47-year-old opposed the rookie, Bob Tewksbury, who not only took his job, but his number 35 uniform to boot. But he didn't take his flair for the dramatic. Top of the first inning, Niekro with some wildness loads the bases against the red-hot Yankees, then gets Ken Griffey to tap back to the mound, and that was the only hit they got off him until the 6th inning. Meanwhile, Brooks Jacoby took Tewksbury deep to right field. Giving chase is the 6'6" Dave Winfield, who wasn't tall enough to drag that down. Jacoby easily knocks in Julio Franco, who could have crawled home. Indians are up 2-0. Niekro got his first strikeout in the 5th inning. The Eephus pitch strikes out Mike Pagliarulo. Yes, the flutterer was working for Niekro. He had to leave the game in the 8th, though, and then the relief corps for the Indians didn't do well, but they got out of a jam with this brilliant play by Pat Tabler. 2 men on. He robs Don Mattingly, then doubles the runner off first, and Cleveland holds on barely for a 6-4 win, snapping the 5-game winning streak of the best team in baseball thus far. On to Exhibition Stadium in Toronto. Baltimore in town against the defending American League champions, and Jimmy Key has been struggling, especially against Cal Ripken on this day, who hits a 2-run shot in the first. Baltimore never looked back. They took a 5-1 lead from Mike Flanagan when Damaso Garcia hits this ball. Watch Lee Lacy come flying into your screen off his glove. It'll roll in, and 2 runners score, cuts it to 5-3. Flanagan left, but they held on to that lead, and Baltimore wins it 5-3. But they were tied at 2-2 in the nightcap of the doubleheader. Took Ken Dixon out in the 8th inning, and their bullpen fell apart. Toronto snaps its 4-game losing streak with a 7-4 victory.
Well, this afternoon in Boston, another off-season acquisition by the Red Sox paid heavyweight dividends, but it took them a little while. 3rd inning, no score. Dwight Evans will double off the Green Monster. It's such an inviting thing out in left field, scoring Marty Barrett from second base, and it's 1-0 Boston. And the Red Sox up their lead to 2-0 in the 4th inning when Tony Armas will walk and score on Rich Gedman's opposite field double. Hitting that wall, bouncing away from the left fielder. It's 2-0. Boston is rolling. The Royals tied the contest at 2 on Steve Balboni's home run in the first pitch of the 7th inning off Roger Clemens. He had been 1 for the last 14 against Clemens. Well, that changed all that. It's his 2nd home run in 2 days, but this is the home run that counted. Don Baylor's 8th inning grand slam broke that tie, that 2-2 tie. His 11th career grand slam moves him into 3rd place all-time in Major League Baseball history. Royals' 4-game winning streak is over in a big way. 6-2 the final score. Red Sox win it, and Clemens gets the victory. Gubas takes the loss round. The rest of the American League, Detroit scored 5 in the 8th inning. Trammell with an RBI double, Herndon with a 2-run triple, and Mike Laga with a bases-loaded single as they defeat Chicago again 10-6. Meanwhile, it's an interesting story in this Texas game. Bobby Witt, the rookie for the Rangers, started this game, pitched a no-hitter for 5 innings, and then they had to pull him because he'd already thrown 110 pitches. He had 10 strikeouts, 8 walks, and 4 wild pitches in that stretch. Didn't give up a hit, though. There were 6 wild pitches in this game. The last one sent home the winning run in the 9th inning, however, as the Rangers lead the West with a 5-3 record. Now, meanwhile, it is 3-0 the Minnesota Twins over California in the 5th inning of play now. Gary?
The National League action included an afternoon affair in Montreal with the Cubs playing their 7th straight road game. Not only are the Cubs the only team which has not had its home opener yet, it may also explain why they're the only club with just 1 win. One of the reasons, offense. Ryne Sandberg's been in a slump, 1 for his last 19, and then this ball, is it out? No, it's over Andre Dawson's head, and Ryne Sandberg is off to the races. There's 2nd as Dawson chases it down. By the time he gets to it, he's at 3rd, and even one of the best arms in baseball can't beat him to the plate. Sandberg with an inside-the-park home run. Leon Durham followed with a 2-run shot. The Cubs were off and running, but who's one of the best pinch hitters in baseball? Dan Schatzeder. The pitcher pinch hits for Floyd Yeomans and triples. He later singled. This keyed a big inning for the Expos in the 5th. Dawson and Brooks homered after him, and suddenly a 6-0 at Cub advantage was 6-3. Now, 8th inning, 6-5. Andres Galarraga, the rookie that looks a lot like Orlando Cepeda, hits one like Cha-Cha. Over the wall, 123 meters away, tied at 6. We go to extra innings. We're in the 13th with Jeff Reardon down, and Sean Dunston hits a line drive home run, wins it for the Cubs, 7-6 in 13 innings. and that is one very satisfied shortstop sensation. 4-1 San Francisco over San Diego. The story here, first time not a one-run game for San Diego, one shy of the all-time record of 11 one-run games in a row. Jeff Leonard's bases-loaded double did it and snaps their 4-game winning streak. And because attendance always pales in comparison to opening day, the Mets' second home game was dubbed Rodney Dangerfield Day. How much respect does Rodney get? For the second straight day, it was rained out.
That should have been our play of the day, but we've got another one for you. We go back to Fenway Park in Boston, and you are about to see the ultimate in either concentration or blind luck. Willie Wilson of the Royals lifts a rising shot to right field that Dwight Evans draws a prayerful beat on and somehow bobbles into his glove. Now, you got to watch it again to really appreciate it in slow motion, and watch the dead air between ball and glove here while his head's turned, no less. And that, somehow, is our play of the day.